But what about your long-term goal? Like your long-term vision for your podcast? Do you just plan to, because you like it, so you're gonna continue build and build and build? Do you aim to go somewhere? Like aim to achieve some
Well,
kind of milestones?
Yeah, I just moved to London, so I'm not planning going anywhere for a long
I'm
time
not
now.
saying physically, like
but
milestone for podcast.
That said, I really wish that the podcast is going to turn into a long living document of this era, of the things we did right, of the things we did wrong, of things that worked, of things that didn't, how things changed as this new industry matured. So I think, yeah, if I can think of a long-term legacy or long-term effect is, yeah, Mauricio did BlockDrops Podcast for however many years until this industry really took off, and he documented everything that was interesting over time, and people just go back and check, oh my God, they did that. Oh, that's such a weird thing to think about now. So maybe that's, like a one long-term goal for the podcast is to be a living document of, our era.
Okay. Good to know. Me personally, I have like very specific goals or milestones that I want to achieve. But yours is certainly a very interesting perspective.
Again, I'm very fortunate, and I just, that I get to do what I do. So everything else is icing on the cake. It's just the cherry on top. I'm very fortunate, and the podcast kind of helped me with that. And I just hope that this is useful for more people. And I hope that this kind of, helps us look in hindsight, like, I don't know, 5 years from now and say, oh, really, that's how immature we were, or this trend never went anywhere, or, oh my God, this is, whatever crazy thing we do now, that's where this thing started. So yeah, I won't know until we get there, but as we go along, I'm just, marking the path every week with my own with my own crumbles. So yeah.
Yeah, but you're right. It's a good documentary, because when I look back the videos that I created 2 months ago, I think I have been improving since then. Like ever since I created my first video, I will watch it. I will rewatch it maybe 3 or 4 weeks later to check like if there's anything I could do better. So this is definitely like a self-documentary process or a self-learning process.
Yeah, I'll tell you that I don't do that. I never listen to my episodes. I don't even listen to my episodes at the Blockchain Insider unless the media team at 11FS makes me do that, because I hate my voice.
Oh.
I don't like how I look in video. And once that's done, it's one and done. I don't re-record anything. It's 5 minutes, one breath, one news, next.
Really?
And I rarely go back to any of that thing. If I go back, it's just for the notes to see the links, because I document everything. Every script is documented since day one. So I have a library of references that I used for the shows, so I can go back and check. But that's all in text form. It's on a Google Keep document. That's it. I'm not listening to myself.
Okay.
I really admire people who have the discipline to go and check, I could be better here, there. And I'm not going to put myself through that torture.
Yeah, I think looking at yourself, listening to yourself I wouldn't say it's a torture, but it really takes patience. Because if you start to repeat listening to yourself, right, you're going to repeat it again and again, maybe like 3 or 4 times. And each time you realize there's something you could improve. But this is like an endless.
I'm too grumpy and too old for that.